guys, welcome back. So today's video, as well as being a review on this, I'm also going to give you a full face tutorial on everything I did here. It's really simple, not a whole lot of steps. The eyes are a lot more easy than you think. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this smoky red halo eye, featuring the featuring the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to prime my eyes, and this is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. When you buy the Pro 3 palette, this does come for free with the palette. I really do like it. I think it's a very nice, lightweight eye primer. I've gotten it before with other palettes from Lorac. I've never gone back and, bought the regular full size of it afterwards. Just because I have so many eye primers, and I just feel like I wouldn't reach for this one as much as others, but it is a very nice primer if you're someone who likes to use the primer that goes with the eyeshadows, or that's designed for the eyeshadows, Goodness. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a chattier talk through, just because all of the Anastasia tutorials I did were voiced over. Originally, I was going to do half of them voiced over and half of them, oh my god, half voiced over and half chatty, but then ran out of time and I needed to get the videos out fast, so that didn't happen. So the smoky eye that I'm going for, I'm thinking of kind of like a halo smoky eye for today's first look. So I think what I'm going to do, keep in mind I am making this up as I go along. I have an idea in my head. Don't know if it's going to get executed correctly, but I have an idea. I'm going to start off, now that I've primed my eyes and it's all in place and it's nice and ready to go, I'm going to go in with two different NYX eye pencils. The first one's in the shade, let's go with the red one first. This is the shade Rust, and because I'm going for a halo eye, I'm going to apply this to the middle of my lid. And I'm kind of applying it in almost like a circle shape. And don't worry about if it looks blocky or messy. You're literally going to be blending it out in like 2 seconds. So, I'm having a struggle today. I got new contacts the other day, and my prescription slightly changed, and I feel like it's messing with my head a little bit. It's getting to be a little bit crazy. So I'm taking, this is one of the Urban Decay brushes that comes in the palettes, and I'm just going to smudge the edges, blending out that halo. Just kind of making it fade a little bit like that. It's going to kind of fade all over the crease. Also, side note, this brush is still dirty from when I did all this yesterday. Yesterday I didn't do a halo, but okay. Now I'm going to go in with the pencil in Black Bean, and I'm going to halo the outside of my eyes. I'm excited. Ooh, that was way more than I needed. I might have to go back in with some more Rust. Went a little bit overboard there. So as you can see, it looks a little ridiculous, but and it's okay if this looks messy on the outside. We're not really going to bother cleaning the outside. I kind of like the halo eyes to come off a little bit more smoky, messy, unintentional is kind of the word I'm looking to describe it. I'm just literally blending this color into the Rust one, as well as into the top edge of the crease up here. You could also use your fingers to do this, I suppose. I myself don't really care either way which one I blend it out with. Now I'm going to try my fingers, see if that makes it. See, now it just gets all over my fingers, but either if you're trying to do this with no brushes or anything like that, I suppose maybe that could work. I don't know what I'm thinking. And I'm going to go in with just a little bit more of that rust color, just so that the color I'm going to go over that with really can stick to it. So now I'm going to go into my baby, my brand new baby. This is the Lorac Pro Mega 3 palette. Mega Pro 3? Pro Mega 3? Mega Pro 3? Mega Pro 3 palette. This is what he looks like. Ta-da! You get in here 16 mattes and 16 shimmers. I have tried almost every color in here, which is why I felt like now I could give a review on it today. But for today's look, I'm going to start off by taking the shade Vintage here, which is kind of a gray-brown color, and I'm going to buff out my crease. This is a Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. These powders are so creamy and smooth, you have to be really careful when using them, because they are pigmented, but they can have a little bit of fallout. And I'm just lightly applying Vintage into my crease and kind of bringing it along towards the inside. Just doing some very light windshield wiper motions. I'm just smoking this out that little bit extra there. I'm not doing anything too crazy. This look is literally requiring the 2 pencils and 3, maybe 4 eyeshadows. I don't know. Right now it's only going to be 3, but that could easily turn into 4 if my blending sucks. So, what I'm going to go in with now, instead of using the licorice shade down here, which for me is just a little too dark, and since when I smoke out that black bean pencil, it looks more like gray brown, I'm actually going to go in with the shade Dark Bronze, Dark Roast, which is this little guy down here. And I'm taking the other end of that Urban Decay pencil, the more pointed shader brush end. I'm just going to pick that up and start applying it. And I'm only applying a little bit into the upper portion of my lid, just because I am still going to be going on with the halo color. And I'm probably going to have to blend out again with Vintage, but this is just so that I wanted to get the Vintage blending crease color down first. That way it could blend with the cream shadows that are being used for the base. I just really love this dark roast color. I think it's just such a pretty... It's like a really dark black brown with flecks of gold and stuff. It's just gorgeous. And now I'm going to take just a little bit of Vintage on that same blending brush and just buff that out. I really did not want today's tutorial to be difficult, hard to do, anything like that. This is a super easy how-to smoky halo eye, which I haven't really done a look like this on my channel yet. I did one with the Anastasia palette, but it wasn't intense and smoky like this. I just wanted a false statement of eyeshadows, I guess is the best way of phrasing it. Now I'm taking, this is just a Sephora, just a regular shadow brush. It came out of one of the eye sets from them. And I'm going to take the shade Pomegranate. This is the only shade I haven't used in here yet, which is why I wanted to use it today. And I'm going to put that over on top of where I put the NYX Rust pencil. And I went with the Rust pencil because it is more of that red tone. Oh, yes. Yes. That is exactly what I was looking for. You're so pretty. This color gives me life right now. Oh my gosh. On me, it comes out like this beautiful watermelon. On camera, it looks like straight up red. But on me, in person, it looks like more like a strawberry red pink kind of color. Watermelon or almost. Watermelon almost. But oh my god, that is so pretty. And then what I'm doing now is just blending it into the dark color. Oh, yay, pretty. And then now I'm just lightly blending the edges just to get that true halo effect. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my god. Have you ever done a makeup look and then you're so happy with how it turns out? I'm having a moment like that right now. Oh my god, I really love this. Dark, smoky, intense. I like it. So, I mean, literally, this is 3 shadows. So what I think... No, I kind of like how dark and intense it is. I was thinking for a second, oh, maybe I'm gonna add another shade in the crease. But no, I don't want to lose the smoky intensity of it. I need just a little bit more dark roast. Blended it out a bit too much on this side. I just can't get over that. I'm gonna call it a smoky. Can we call it a smoky pomegranate? That sounds so ridiculous. A smoky pomegranate. I love pomegranates though. They're one of my favorite fruits in the world. Pomegranate seeds taste amazing. Okay. So, I mean, this is a look that you could easily do with a ton of different shadows and everything, but I just want to, yeah. I like it. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'm making this up on the spot as I film this, I think what I want to do from here on out is any new palettes that I buy, like, you know, palettes like these that the brands release, I think what I want to do is do a whole series of tutorials where it's 3 or 4. I just have to do the rest of my face. I already did my brows off camera just because let's save some time in these videos. If you want to see how I fill in my brows, I think I talked through it in one of my Anastasia ones. I'm not sure which. I think it's the first one. Today I just used the Anastasia Brow Wiz as well as my Benefit Bravo Conditioning Primer because as you know from last month's favorites video, I can't live without that thing. It's my favorite thing in the world right now. Okay, so I recently did a first impressions on this, and this is the Laura Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation, and I think I'm going to use this today again, because I really liked it last time. So I'm going to use a combination of these 2 primers today. The first one is the, let's go with this guy first, the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer. I really, you know, this is one of my, I think my favorite primer from the drugstore. This is like... What's the saying? OG? Is that what it is? This is like my OG product. I love this stuff. There's a couple different versions. The only one I haven't tried yet is the color correct one, the one that comes in green. Just because I really do like my Makeup Forever one. I'm interested to see if it's a dupe at all. But I don't know if it is. Now that I've made my face sufficiently red. Story of my life. Now I'm going to go in and use this guy. This is relatively new to my collection. I haven't really tried him out. This is the Almay Smart Shade Perfect and Correct Primer. And I'm literally just going in with this on the areas where I can get... This stuff smells weird and I can't figure out what it is that it smells like, but it bothers me. Ugh. Oh my god, I don't know if mine's gone bad, which would suck because that means I bought it bad. I've only used it once and I just got it. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can finish this because the smell really is driving me nuts. Ugh. I don't even know how to describe what that smells like. Oh my god. This is turning into a first impressions review. Okay, well, something is going in my empty disappointing bin because, blah. No. Oh my god. Blah. I need something. I need... Ooh, lemons. Way better. Okay. I'm going to go in with the foundation. I just wish this wasn't such a tiny pump top. You know, it would make me a lot more happy if it were. And I've still got a little bit left over in my hand in case I need to go in for more. I just really liked how this wore the other day. And I was really obsessed. I got a lot of compliments on my skin, on how luminous it looked. And I was just like, yeah, that's what I want it to be. Have you ever just had a really long day or a long week and you just can't wait for your day off? My day off is coming up soon, 2 more days. I need another mirror that isn't the one behind this because that one's all lit up and everything and it's throwing me off. I just want to see if this is all blended. Perfect. Awesome. Now I'm going to go with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Just applying a little bit. Since this is such a pinky foundation, going with this, which is a little more neutral, is just perfect for me. Good Lord. I just know today's not going to be fun. And for anyone who's curious, I do wear the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. Light Warm is just way too yellow and light neutral is just too dark. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eye using the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder. And I'm taking a Morphe E48 brush to apply it. I'm debating, because this is going to be such a long work day, I'm going to lightly bake. I don't really like to bake, but I just want to make sure that all this stays in place. Especially since I am also going to be going in a minute and doing a really smoky under eye. So while that's baking, I don't think I really want to bronze today because since I want to stay so light and smoky, I just want to go in with a light blush, to be honest. I'm just going to go with this. This is one of the Clinique Cheek Pops. I have this in the shade Nude Pop, which is beautiful, gorgeous. One of my faves. I just like how Nude Pop looks. It just looks like that really gorgeous natural flush, nothing too dark, too crazy. I was thinking about using one of the new Bite Beauty multi-sticks for a second. I swatched one and blended it out, but it was just a little too peachy for what I was going for. And especially with this pinkier smoky eye. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm going to dust off my bake using the shade Light Cocoa in the Cocoa Contour Kit from Too Faced, which is this guy right here. And I'm using a Laura Geller brush. I got this from Sephora with some purchase, not Sephora, Ulta with some kind of a purchase. I'm not really sure what kind of brush it is. It's supposed to be for highlighting and bronzing or something like that, highlighting, concealing, I don't know. There's something about this patch of skin right here that when I try and bake it, I don't know if it's just because baking is drying my skin or what, but it never really wants to work. Drives me nuts. And then I'm just going to lightly contour. I really don't want this to be a super dark, intense contour, so I'm just going to take the shade Medium Cocoa out of the contour kit, just a little bit. And this is the Morphe, this is the one out of the Morphe box subscription I just did. It's limited edition only to that set. Never used this, and to be honest, I don't usually. Oh gosh, I hate contouring. Ah, Jesus. And then I'm actually just gonna go ahead and blend it using this giant fluffy blender brush I've got. So for some reason it's looking like it isn't blended out on camera, but in person it is blended out. But now that I have baked and dusted it off, I am going to go ahead and do the lower lash line, and I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm just going to take the dark shade. I'm not going to do anything with the Pomegranate. I'm taking the exact same brush I was using before, the dual-sided Urban Decay brush. And I'm applying this to the entire lower lash line. The problem for me, and if you're someone who has really watery eyes, do this in tiny little steps. That way your eyes don't water over and undo what you just did. I know some people who will also prime their lower lash line. The problem for me is that that really tends to irritate my lower lash line a lot. So I don't do that if I can avoid it. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. And I don't know if I'm going to wear false lashes today. Woohoo! I also haven't figured out what I'm going to wear for a lip color either. Actually, that's a lie. I think I do know what I'm going to wear for my lip color. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm at least going to do my lower lash line first. I know how weird that is. Doing my lower lash line first. Okay. Doesn't even look like I did anything because I really smoked out my lower lash line more than I intended to. Oops. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Benefit They're Real Tinted Primer, do my upper lash line. I know I did that weird. I don't know why I did my lower lash line first, to be honest. I was just feeling it. Now, if you're someone who doesn't really want to wear a lot of mascara and you just want to keep it kind of more on the natural side with your lashes, this is a great way to go. I just want to add a little extra something just so they stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to go in also with the Benefit They're Real mascara, and I think this one's almost empty. I'm going to have to get a new one soon. Well, not a new one. I've got a backup in the drawer, but, you know. Just a little bit of an amplified lash line, nothing crazy. I don't want it to overpower my smoky eye I've got going today, so I'm liking it. I feel very porcelain doll-like with my foundation today, I don't know. So now for my lips. I definitely want to keep my lips on the more... Let's open the drawer and get everything out, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips using the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in the shade Innocent. Hands down, one of my top 5 lip liners of all time. I just love it. And now I'm going to go ahead and top that off using the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Stripped. I love this color. It's amazing. And that is it for this tutorial. Okay, guys. So I already gave my view on the Lorac Pro 3 palette. I think, you know, I'm going to reiterate, I think it's definitely worth the money. Even if you have the Pro 1 and the Pro 2, the Mega Pro 1 and Pro 2, or the Lorac Pro 1 and Pro 2 and Pro 3 palettes, the small ones, I still think this is worth it. You're getting such a great range of shades. I felt like last year's had a lot more... This year's Mega Pro is a lot more wearable, I guess would be the phrase I would use for it. It's not... I don't look as ghostly right now. I think this is definitely worth the money, worth the investment. It's a great product. Very creamy, very blendable. Yeah, you want it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'm going to have a couple more videos up on this. I don't know if I'm going to do them all in a row like I did with the Anastasia ones, but I'm definitely thinking 4 or 5 looks for sure for this. So be sure to keep an eye out for the rest of the videos featuring the Pro 3 palette. I will label them the same way I did the other ones, so Lorac Pro 3 tutorial, all that kind of stuff. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can see more looks featuring this palette. Bye, guys.